Shout out to little baby.
A man walks
She
into a
bad.
federal courtroom, takes the stand
And she
under
looked up.
immunity, and proceeds to confess to multiple shootings, admits to lying to police for
And shout out to
years, and
goddamn Mitch
essentially
Kitchen.
destroys the prosecution's case against one of hip-hop's biggest stars. That man was
Yeah,
Kenneth
sale
Copeland,
going on.
better known as Lil Woody. But here's the twist. By helping Young Thug walk free, Woody may have just painted the biggest target on his back that the federal government has ever aimed
Cheese
at
and bacon
Woody.
fry.
See, when you're granted immunity,
Bacon
you're
cheeseburger,
supposed to
boy.
tell the truth. But what happens when your truth includes admitting to crimes that
12.
weren't the original deal? What happens when the feds realize they've been played by their own star witness?
That's like McDonald's price right there.
That witness becomes more famous for trolling prosecutors.
This is a McDonald's burger though. This is a real burger.
We're diving deep into the wild story of how a street dude from Atlanta went from Young Thug's alleged shooter to the prosecution's worst nightmare, and why the federal government might be planning their revenge. Stick around until the end, because what I'm about to reveal about Woody's current situation will shock you. The game ain't over. It's just getting started. Kenneth Copeland entered this world in 1991 as the seventh child in a family of 10 kids, born into the unforgiving streets of Atlanta's Zone 1.
They talking about the
His
feds
early
might
years
pick
were
the
spent in
goddamn
infamous
the
Bowen
Young
Homes
Thug case back
projects
up.
in Bankhead, the same concrete maze that produced legendary Atlanta figures like Shawty Lowe. These weren't just apartment buildings, they were breeding grounds for the type of street politics that would shape Woody's entire worldview. Bowen Homes was more than just public housing. It was a microcosm of urban survival where children learned the rules of the street before they could properly read. The projects were notorious for their violence, drug activity, and the code of silence that governed daily life. For young Kenneth, this environment normalized violence and taught him that respect was earned.
Shout out to goddamn Brianna for this shit.
Loyalty was the most valuable
talk.
currency. The Bankhead neighborhood itself was a
I love
war
you,
zone
baby.
during Woody's formative years. This was the era when
Nah, for
Atlanta's
real.
crack epidemic was at its peak, and territorial disputes between different crews were settled with bullets rather than words. Children growing up in this environment didn't have the luxury of innocence.
I miss
They
that
were
name,
forced
Brianna,
to
for real.
mature quickly or become victims of their circumstances. But Woody's childhood was marked by tragedy from the jump. When he was just 10 years old,
What up?
his father passed away from cancer, leaving his mother to raise 10 children on government assistance. The loss of the family's primary breadwinner wasn't just an emotional blow. It was an economic catastrophe that would force the family to make desperate choices to survive. The family was forced to relocate to Mechanicsville near downtown Atlanta, where they survived on food stamps and whatever hustle his mother could manage. According to Woody himself, their home doubled as a trap house, not the glamorous kind you see in music videos, but the desperate kind where survival trumps everything else. This wasn't a choice made out of greed, but out of necessity, as a single mother tried to feed 10 children in a system that seemed designed to keep them in poverty. But perhaps the most defining moment of Woody's early life wasn't the poverty or the loss of his father. It was a childhood accident that would alter his brain chemistry forever. As a young kid, Woody rode a big wheel down a flight of stairs, crashing headfirst and suffering a severe traumatic brain injury. The damage was extensive. He lost his memory, his speech, and his hearing. This wasn't just a bump on the head. This was life-altering trauma that forced him into special education classes and even required him to learn sign language in case he went completely deaf. The injury affected his cognitive development in ways that wouldn't be fully understood until years later when federal investigators conducted a psychological evaluation during his cooperation period. The brain injury created a perfect storm of circumstances that would influence every major decision Woody would make for the rest of his life. The damage to his frontal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for impulse control and decision-making, meant that Woody would struggle with consequences in long-term thinking throughout his adolescence and into adulthood. Medical experts who later examined Woody's case noted that traumatic brain injuries in children often lead to increased aggression, poor impulse control, and difficulty understanding social cues.
I believe that shit.
Would manifest in Woody's later behavior, contributing to his violence and his inability to navigate complex social situations without resorting to aggression. The educational system failed Woody completely. Instead of receiving the specialized care,
not when the car hit me, boy. When I hit that car,
he was simply placed in special classes with minimal support. His teachers didn't understand the
I ride on my bike, my clothes,
and his family lacked
I want
resources
full speed.
to private treatment. This
Down the
educational
hill,
neglect
no
had
hands.
lasting consequences, leaving
Standing
Woody
up on the motherfucker, no
functionally illiterate
hands.
and unable to
Eyes
pursue
closed.
legitimate career opportunities. When he was 17, tragedy
Boom.
struck again. His mother passed
Lit under
away,
that bit,
leaving
bro.
him completely orphaned and without any real parental guidance. This was the moment when the streets officially became his family. He dropped out of high school, or rather, got kicked out after a fight and never looked back. The education system had failed him, his family structure had collapsed, and the only thing left was the code of the streets. The death of his mother wasn't just the loss of a parent, it was the severing of his last connection to legitimate society. His mother had been the only person who could control his behavior, the only authority figure he respected. Without her influence, Woody was completely adrift, with no moral compass except
Man,
the
they beat
brutal
the shit
logic
out of
of
Woody,
street
bro.
survival. During this period, Woody began running with a crew known as the DRC, the Robin Crew, named after their neighborhood.
Damn burger damn big, bro.
Surprised many Iranians that Iran lost control of its airspace.
Look at this goddamn burger though.
I mean,
Look at that
even
shit,
those
boy.
Iranians who don't like the regime.
That shit hanging out the sandwich, boy.
This is today's battlegrounds.
That shit.
Our discussions with leaders from around the world consider how history produced the present and how we can work together to overcome obstacles to progress, seize opportunities, and build a better tomorrow.
Oh, wow. I'm about full.
On this episode of Today's Battlegrounds, our focus is on Iran. Our guest, Ali Ansari, is professor of Iranian history, founding director of the Institute for Iranian Studies at the University of St. Andrews, and a senior associate.
This wasn't some casual friendship group. This was a tight-knit organization involved in everything from theft to armed robbery. The crew provided Woody with the family structure he had lost, but it was a family bound together by violence and criminal activity rather than love and support. Woody's
I ain't
reputation...
gonna lie. I'm full, baby.
Feeling that fire, give bro. I appreciate you.
OTL, what you talking about? Why you say it like that for? Come on, get your picture, man, before you get beat up.
Oh, wait, my phone.
Strange, but
I'm 4K trained. Who? Rakai, what the man? You could hang up on him, good. Ain't no.
Pooh Shiesty just made his stance clear and dissed NBA YoungBoy live on stream. Pooh Shiesty was running his mouth about NBA YoungBoy in ways that ultimately led to him burning bridges with one of rap's biggest superstars. He didn't just diss YB, he made his stance clear with all them 4K Trey crash dummies. Yo, what's good, fam? We about to dive deep into some real industry politics and street drama that's been shaking up the hip-hop community. This ain't just rap beef. This is family loyalty, prison politics, and choosing sides when the stakes are life and death. Now, before we get into this wild ride, let me keep it 100 with y'all. Social media been buzzing about Pooh Shiesty throwing shots at NBA YoungBoy, but yo, we about to separate the facts from the fiction, the real from the fake. See, just last night, this Memphis rapper was casually streaming, taking pictures with fans and chopping it up, when some real industry drama started bubbling to the surface. Now, hold up before y'all start thinking this is just some random rap beef over nothing. This situation runs way deeper than social media posts and diss tracks. But here's where it gets real spicy. This beef ain't even really about Pooh Shiesty and YoungBoy directly. This is about loyalty, and when you're loyal to Lil Durk, you automatically got problems with NBA YoungBoy. The whole thing started getting messy when fans started testing Pooh Shiesty's loyalty on stream. You know how fans be. They love stirring up drama and seeing how their favorite artists react when you mention their ops.
How long will this take? I'm kind of in a rush.
Just 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Just 10 minutes.
Get out.
Feel more confident with the 2-in-1 ED plus testosterone treatment through HIMS. This daily dual-action pill includes prescription strength tadalafil for longer lasting erections and to help you feel younger, stronger, and more energized. Plus zinc to naturally support your testosterone levels. HIMS is 100% online, so you can enjoy convenience with discretion. See why 73% of users report having more spontaneous intimacy with daily
What up,
treatment.
what up?
Get your edge back with ED
For
plus
the God,
testosterone
man.
support. Start
Shout out to
today.
goddamn my little honey bunny. What between to eat, bro. She got me some goddamn. Well, I got myself.
Hey, I missed you today.
Goddamn, what I
Call me
get?
out, I would.
I got bacon cheddar fries and a bacon cheddar cheeseburger from Nick's Grill. That's so damn good, bro.
From
Shit fire.
imaginary friends.
To an AI who really listens.
But give me one more
Linky
minute
isn't
though.
just a chatbot. She
I'm gonna
remembers
put it
your
up right
stories,
quick. You know
your
what I'm saying? I
moods,
ain't got no free.
even
Put
the
it in my
little
car.
things
It's
you
cold as
say.
hell
It's like
outside.
having someone who's always there, right in your pocket.
Shout out baby girl though. I love that girl.
So, check it. During one of Pooh Shiesty's recent streams, Homie was taking pictures with fans when this female fan made a comment that set everything off. Shorty said she don't mess with Lil Durk, and Pooh Shiesty got heated real quick. You could see it in his face. That comment hit different because of how tight him and Durk really are. The way Pooh Shiesty reacted wasn't just some casual fan interaction. Nah, fam, this was personal. When that girl said she don't rock with Durk, Pooh Shiesty's whole energy shifted. He went from being cool and laid back to showing real emotion, real anger. That's when you know the loyalty runs deep. Now, in the industry, we know loyalty means everything. But Pooh Shiesty's situation was different because his connection to Lil Durk goes way beyond just music. When Pooh Shiesty got locked up on them federal charges,
Alright,
Durk
man,
was
we
the
back,
main
guys.
person
We
in
back,
the
man. I had to
industry
go
looking out
outside.
for him. That's
I
a
had to go
real
out there.
bond right there, not just industry
You know what I'm
politics.
saying?
But yo, this is where the
Some
story
ghetto
gets
shit.
deeper than just fan comment.
Oh, it
See, there was
was
this whole
good.
situation with streamer Rakai that really showed where Pooh Shiesty's head is at. When Rakai called Ben during a stream, Ben would pass the phone to Pooh Shiesty. Rakai, trying to be funny or whatever, claimed he was 4KT. That's NBA Youngboy's crew. Now here's the crazy part. Pooh Shiesty acted like he didn't know what that meant. But fam, we all know he knew exactly what Rakai was talking about. 4KT is NBA Youngboy's crew, and everybody in the rap game knows what that stands for. Pooh Shiesty playing dumb wasn't about not knowing. It was about not wanting to acknowledge anything connected to NBA Youngboy's camp. The real kicker, though, Pooh Shiesty's reaction wasn't just about not knowing. It was about not wanting to acknowledge anything connected to NBA Youngboy's camp. That's when you know the beef is real, when you won't even recognize the other side's existence. That type of disrespect is deeper than just ignoring someone. That's complete dismissal. Let me break down for y'all why this beef even exists in the first place. It all goes back to the Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy situation. These two have been going at it for years, and it's not just rap beef. This is about real street politics, different cities, and loyalty to fallen friends. Durk and Youngboy's beef stems from the whole Chicago versus Louisiana thing, but it got personal when it started involving people who died in the streets. When you're as close to Lil Durk as Pooh Shiesty is, you automatically inherit those problems. That's just how the game works, no cap. The Chicago and Louisiana beef goes way back, but it really escalated when social media got involved. Every post, every song, every comment gets analyzed by fans and enemies alike. When Durk posts something, Youngboy fans come for him. When Youngboy posts something, Durk fans respond. It's a never-ending cycle of back and forth that keeps the beef alive. Now, this ain't just about Shiesty picking sides randomly. Him and Durk was tight like family. They would go to each other's hoods, which in the street world means you're really family. That's not something you do with just anybody. When you're comfortable enough to pull up to someone's block, that's real trust and real loyalty. Think about it. In the streets, your hood is everything. That's where you grew up, where your people at, where you learned the game. When you let someone from another city come through your hood and feel comfortable, that's saying something. That's saying this person is family. This person is trusted. This person got your back no matter what. But here's where it gets real emotional for Pooh Shiesty. When he got locked up on those federal charges, the industry mostly forgot about him. Artists he thought was cool with him stopped mentioning his name, stopped posting about him, stopped showing support. But not Lil Durk. Durk was consistently the most supportive person from the industry, always yelling, "Free Pooh Shiesty" when he's on stage, keeping his name alive when everybody else moved on. The real kicker, though, this situation shows how deep industry loyalty really runs. When Pooh Shiesty got mad at that female fan for dissing Durk, that wasn't just about defending a friend. That was about defending the person who held him down when he was at his lowest point. For y'all who might not...
I'm a Byberg business insurance expert obsessed with protecting your small business from everyday risk, but in a cool way. You know what they say, when a hot sale item rings, you can save on more things.
I don't think that's what it is. Shh, I'm listening to all my savings.
We're not knocking frontmen. Someone's got to wear the suit and drive the sleigh. But without the ones putting in elbow grease behind the scenes, the show would never get off the ground. If you've got one of these folks on your list, we've got you covered. Treat them well, because their work is never done. Northern Tool and Equipment. Ho, ho, ho.
Every day is a new adventure. I come to work and climb into my driver's seat. You never know where you're going, what your load's gonna do. It's a new day. My name is Justin Pulfer, and I've been a driver at Continental Express for 4 years. I just kind of found enjoyment of driving trucks, seeing God's creation, and seeing the countryside. I was looking for a company that was local, but I refused to drive for a mega carrier because I don't want to be known as a truck number. I want to be known as a person. The family atmosphere, you call in, it's like, hey, Justin, how's your day? It's never like, hey, truck, da-da-da, you know, they care about you. I can't say enough about our shop. Our equipment is well maintained. Technology evolves. That's why we now have the iPads and the CE Go app. And every day we're growing and new lanes are coming available. By being well compensated, I'm no longer...
When you're locked up, especially on federal charges, most people in the industry will distance themselves from you. They don't want that association. They don't want to risk their own careers. The feds be watching everything, and artists know that showing too much support for someone facing federal charges can bring unwanted attention. But Dirk kept Pooh Shiesty's name in his mouth, kept him relevant, kept hope alive for his fans. Every show, every interview, Dirk would mention Pooh Shiesty. That type of loyalty is rare in this industry, where people will drop you the moment you become a liability. Now, this ain't just about Pooh Shiesty being grateful. This is about understanding that in this game, loyalty is everything. When someone shows you that level of loyalty, you ride with them through whatever. Even if that means inheriting their enemies, even if that means your career might suffer because of it. The situation with Rakai claiming 4KT was really telling because it showed how serious Pooh Shiesty takes this loyalty. He couldn't even acknowledge NBA Youngboy's crew as a joke because that would be disrespectful to Dirk. That's the level of loyalty we're talking about here. That's choosing your brother over potential opportunities. But yo, let's keep it 100. This beef is dangerous for everyone involved. NBA Youngboy got his own loyal crew, and they don't play about disrespect either. When you start throwing shots at YB, you're not just beefing with one person, you're beefing with a whole movement. 4KT got members all over Louisiana, and they ride hard for their leader. The crazy part is, Pooh Shiesty probably knows this could affect his career. NBA Youngboy got a massive fan base, and they don't play about their favorite rapper. YB fans are some of the most loyal and aggressive fans in hip-hop. They will come for anyone who disrespects their favorite artist, and they don't just talk, they take action. But Pooh Shiesty chose loyalty over potential success, and that says something about his character. In an industry where people switch sides for money and opportunities, Pooh Shiesty is sticking with the person who showed him real loyalty when it mattered most. Now, this situation also shows the toxic side of industry loyalty. Sometimes being loyal to one person means you automatically got to have problems with someone else, even if you never had personal issues with them. Pooh Shiesty and NBA Youngboy probably never had direct problems, but because of the Dirk situation, they're automatically enemies. The real question is whether this beef will stay on social media and in songs, or if it's going to escalate to something more serious. Both sides got real street credibility, and when street politics mix with industry politics, things can get dangerous real quick. But here's where it gets real. This beef ain't just about two rappers not liking each other. This is about two different cultures, two different ways of moving in the streets, two different approaches to loyalty and respect. Chicago street culture is different from Louisiana street culture, and when those worlds collide, it creates real tension. The Memphis connection makes it even more complicated because Pooh Shiesty represents a third culture in this mix. Memphis got its own way of moving, its own code of ethics, its own approach to loyalty. But Pooh Shiesty chose to align himself with Chicago through his relationship with Dirk. Now this is where we got to address the bigger picture. This beef represents something larger happening in hip-hop right now. Artists are being forced to choose sides in conflicts they didn't start, all because of loyalty and industry politics. It's creating a culture where neutrality isn't an option, where you're either with someone or against them. At the end of the day, Pooh Shiesty's situation isn't just about choosing sides in rap beef. It's about loyalty, gratitude, and understanding that in this game, your relationships define your enemies as much as your friends. When Dirk held Pooh Shiesty down during his darkest period, that created a bond that goes beyond music. That's the type of loyalty that makes you willing to inherit someone else's problems, even when it might hurt your own career. That's the type of loyalty that makes you get mad when a fan disrespects your brother. But let me break it down for you. This beat also shows the complicated nature of the rap game. Sometimes you end up beefing with people not because of what they did to you, but because of who you're loyal to. That's both the beautiful and dangerous side of this culture. The beautiful part is seeing real loyalty in an industry full of fake relationships. The dangerous part is how that loyalty can drag you into conflicts that...
Ready for regrowth? With Choose by Hims, you can get your hair back and lose the hair.
Are you seriously playing another fake game?
Nah, bruh. This is the real deal. The only real number game runner. Class war. No ads and it's free download. Okay, cool. So it looks like you get to choose which statue to go for first. I'm gonna go for the one in the middle because it's the smallest and cool. Just got a minigun guy, but now there's an entire army after me. Let's try upgrading him and... Okay, we're doing a little bit more damage, but I'm gonna try multiplying him and let's see what happens after that. Cool, we just decimated that army. So let's try unlocking this last statue. Okay, the snowman guy is coming quick. This isn't looking very good for me. Oh no, he almost destroyed my army. Luckily, we didn't go down yet. We're gonna multiply even more this time to make sure that Chad guy in the back doesn't get to us. We should be good. Let's go back to the statue and... No, the Chad guy's faster. He destroyed my army in one blow. I'm gonna go again to make sure he doesn't get me a second time.
I told y'all, mega win off the bet. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna lock in with Moonlit Wolf first. Okay, all right, start that one up. I'm gonna start it off with a little 5 SC. We don't want to go too crazy. Gotta roll in. Now, okay, see, look, I'm starting off slight, but y'all gotta remember, we got that 1,000 SC cash back. So I'm really just playing with the house money, not even my money. House fun. Oh, see, I told y'all, mega win off the bet. Oh, yeah, yes. And this game right here is a straight bang, okay? Top 10 in the App Store. You can download it anytime or anywhere on the planet. Some insane cash back events. And grandeur. With grand, SC wins again. You better download it.
Nap time.